we've gone deep on your Instagram, like real deep.
Don't get me wrong, I absolutely love the gym.
We can tell.
You're not wearing sleeves.
That's why we call him Squid.
His middle name's actually... Is that the best nickname of the club? That's got to be the best nickname in the league. Should promotion and relegation exist in the A-League?
Absolutely. I'm not that, obsessed with myself. A little bit. Not that.
Game over. Thanks for coming. Welcome to the episode today. We are talking bullship with Andy Nabbout.
Bullship.
Mate, how are you?
Fantastic.
Welcome.
Even better that I heard bullship.
Yeah.
Bullship, right?
Do you know the history behind the logo? Can
Absolutely
you
not.
Yeah, good.
No.
Good.
No, it says it somewhere in the club.
Yep.
I'd love to say I do, but it's something to do with Australian culture, I guess.
Yeah. Do you want me to go through
Am
it?
I on the right path? Yeah. I've been here 5 years. I probably should know this.
Mate, so look,
Well, we should address the elephant or the whale in the room, the massive guns that you have brought to the studio. So, if everyone's listening to this versus the people who are watching it, Andy's come in a singlet and for a man who's done an ACL and is rehabbing from that at the moment, it looks like you've been doing a lot of beach weights as well.
Absolutely. Yeah, they need to find ways to fill my program somehow. So but bicep curls, upper body metcons, swimming, which I hate. I'm not good at, but I have to do anyway.
it's because your upper body's too
I'm
big,
in the slow
mate.
lane. I'm in the slow lane.
At what point post ACL surgery and during the recovery are you thinking, geez, the rig's looking good?
It took me a while, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've had a couple of injuries and they've been I did 2 Achilles surgeries last year and I did my knee this year.
Yep.
So I gave myself a week of feel sorry for yourself week.
Yeah.
And what do you do? What do you do and feel sorry for yourself?
Don't care, mate. I just eat anything and I just don't move because I obviously can't move. So I'm just oh, babe, can you be bothered cooking dinner tonight? Nah, sweet. Let's just do whatever. Let's eat out. Let's do whatever. And then after a week, I'm like, you got to stop doing this.
Okay.
So then it's get back on the strict shred diet.
Okay.
Yeah. So I give myself a week with my ACL because it was really sudden. It's a bit more than a week. So
Good on you.
it was after 2 weeks, I was like, you got to stop doing this.
It's time. It's time to get it back
Time
together.
to get selfish.
What cheat meals, or not cheat meals, when you feel sorry for yourself week?
just
What's your...
burgers, pizza, whatever. Yeah.
What's on your pizza?
I actually really like capricciosa, to be honest. No anchovies because it's anchovies.
I do love them.
Oh, wow.
Love anchovies.
So
Give me
weird.
that salty whole fish.
I feel like it's either love or hate. You can't tolerate it. It's either you love them or
Same
you
with
hate
olives, right? Olives, they say the same thing. You like olives?
them. Love olives.
I think
You like
that's a How I Met Your Mother thing. It's in every relationship, there's someone who loves olives and someone who hates olives.
Right.
Mushrooms as well.
Ah, I hate olives. My wife loves olives.
There you go.
He loves all of them. He loves olives, mushrooms. I love olives.
Your
yeah.
wife?
Loves them. Yeah, hates
okay.
anchovies.
Yeah.
My wife
Well,
doesn't
there you
eat
go.
seafood,
Theory out
so
the window. That's pretty good stuff.
anchovies
Talk
is not in.
bullshit.
Yeah,
I like
yeah.
it.
Yeah, so I gave myself 2 weeks and then I was like, no, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah.
Do you ever look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, geez, you look good at the moment? Because you obviously...
I do, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But I also look at myself in the mirror and say, you look so you look so bad. You gotta...
Because, as a professional athlete, this period of time where you are a professional athlete, your rig will be in the best nick it is ever going to be for the entire point of your life.
Yeah.
Your job is to be a fit person.
Yep.
So I think you should be looking in the mirror being like, damn, you're looking good, Nabbout.
A lot of the time when you're actually looking after yourself, which you have to because we get fat tested spontaneously.
Really?
Yeah, we do skin folds spontaneously. We'll get a text the night before saying, you've got skin folds in the morning.
Oh my God. That would be
Which-
As you pull the piece
Yeah,
of
as you
capricciosa
go,
out of your
I'll
mouth.
just take this one out.
Yeah, well, they
Turns
don't
out
want you to
like
prepare
olives.
for it, right?
Yeah.
It's like drug testing, They just rock up spontaneously.
Clip.
Yeah,
Got
that's
the
it.
calipers ready to roll.
Have you got a full length mirror at home or just like a half length? Or just,
Half.
Half length, right.
I've got one in the other room, but I can't bother. I'm not that, obsessed with myself. A little bit, but not that.
When you are, what is your third person referral? If you're looking in the mirror, are you like,
No, I don't. No, I
Nabbout,
can't.
you're looking
I don't
good
have
here.
that. No.
you're looking good?
I'm
What do you
bad.
call
I'm
yourself?
not
What do you say in your
that
head? What do you
bad.
say in
No,
your
I'm not that bad. Well, it's
who
either-
does at the club? Which of your teammates at the club do you
Would
reckon
third-person
would
themselves?
third person themselves in a mirror?
Callum Talbot, guaranteed.
Nice.
Yeah, nice. What do you reckon he calls himself?
Think? Callum Talbot?
Big Tal.
Yeah. Squid. No, we call him Squid.
Do you reckon he calls himself Squid in the mirror though? Do you reckon he's
Yeah.
like, yeah, Squid,
Yeah,
this
He's
is
like,
nice.
Squid, you.
Yep.
Look at those tentacles go, Squid.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's some good calamari, Squid.
Well, that's why we call him Squid.
Why?
because his name's Callum, middle name Murray.
Is
His
it
middle
really?
name's actually Murray.
Callum Murray.
His name's Callum Murray Talbot. I've seen the ad.
Yes.
Yeah.
Callum Murray.
Yeah,
Is that the best nickname of the club? That's got to be the best
Absolutely.
nickname in the league.
absolutely.
That is
If,
sensational.
I don't know if you watch back some of the. I mean, it'd be hard to find, but some of his mates come dressed as full size squid in the games.
Unreal.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, full squid outfits in the crowd. So if you see someone
Yeah.
in the crowd in a full squid outfit,
Who was the first person to find out that his
Yeah.
middle name was Murray?
well, because he came from Sydney, we sort of knew.
Do you reckon his dad's at home like,
Got him. Absolutely
Got
got
him.
him. Imagine having a son and being like, I got you here, boy.
he like signs off like the birth certificate and like shows his wife and his wife's like, yep, I love it, great. And he walks away, he's like, got her.
She has no idea.
He's got no idea.
Absolutely got her.
But I didn't know until like a year in.
He was just squid to you.
Yeah, I was like, oh, squid. I don't know why they call him that, but I'll just roll with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I found out his middle name is Murray, and I'm like, pretty sure there's an ad about that.
It'd be pretty rogue too, like having a nickname that no one knows why. And people just assume most nicknames are like visual. And your nickname's Squid, and it's like, I guess he kind of looks like a squid.
Yeah.
You're like, that's not why.
Yeah.
That's not why. I don't look like a squid
Have
at all.
you've seen I think I've got the Chockies.
Yeah.
Well, they do like work
Yes.
nicknames.
Yeah.
That'd be perfect.
Has no one sent it into them yet?
Nah.
Okay.
Callum Murray.
Maybe
Mate,
you guys.
that is good.
My surname's pronounced Nabbout.
Nabbout.
T.
Ah,
Yeah.
does everyone call it Nabbout though, right?
Well, for the last 12 years of being a pro,
Right.
it's like on and off.
How often
Okay.
do you correct people?
I've told the commentators a few times. They get it now, but
Okay.
yeah. I'm like, I'm not French. There's a T
Yeah.
at the end.
Well, like,
Yeah, but my nickname's
on heart.
Andy.
Yeah.
apologies on
Yeah.
from the
Absolutely.
Yeah,
not.
we went
I've heard,
Naboo.
I've heard way worse. Trust me.
What's the worst?
Nabbout.
Yeah.
Nabbout. That's not right.
Yeah, one of the coaches said it in a press conference. I'm like,
Nabbout.
that's a bit off.
Yeah, you're like, oh, that's
Nabbout. It's Nabbout. Don't know how they got that,
Yeah.
but Nabbout.
Nabbout.
Yeah, Nabbout.
We have a couple of good Lebanese Australian mates who are also on Gogglebox, Maddie Fard and Jadna Matella.
Okay.
And I went over to Maddie's dad's house and tried kibineh for the first time.
Did ya?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
a lot of
was
people don't.
all time.
How good is it?
Loved it.
People like raw meat. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
What's your favourite Lebanese food?
That's one of them. Sure.
Can you make kibineh?
No, absolutely
Right.
not. Go to mum's house.
Yeah.
Good.
My wife's Italian as well, so
Oh, there'd be great food fusion
absolutely.
in your household.
Yeah, well,
Can you
I feel
imagine?
sorry for myself weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's either
Jesus.
Lebanese or
That
Italian.
actually explains why you're injured so often. Fair. He's like, guys, hanging for a feel sorry week. He's like, I need a week
I need
off and let's
pasta.
go.
I need mum's food.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's one of them for sure.
Yeah.
There's like a lentil dish that my mum makes is unreal.
What's it called?
It's called mjadra.
Right. What's in
Mjadra.
Jadra?
Cool.
Nice.
It's actually really healthy for you.
There you
That's
go.
outside of feel sorry.
Yeah, that's like regular,
what- yeah.
regular standard
That's,
programming.
that's when I hear skim folds at
So
7:30 in the morning.
do you prefer to go? Do you prefer a Lebanese feast or an Italian feast?
Oh, you're going to get your guy divorced.
Oh, no.
No,
Or
well,
kicked out of home.
no, I.
You only get one, and this is a podcast that exclusively does not sit on a fence.
Yeah, that's the rule.
Well, it's either I'm single by the time I leave here, or I'm disowned to my parents.
Basically, who you love more, your wife or your mum?
No, I think Lebanese. I think a Lebanese feast. But I do eat a lot of Italian food because like we eat pasta before games.
Yep.
So my wife makes a meat and pasta.
Love it. Love
Absolutely.
it. Hey, on Talking Bullshit, we like to start the show with talking sport. We want to go get around the grounds, really. Cover the world. We know that your golf would be your number one sport if it wasn't football.
Yep.
Is it almost your number one sport even though you're a footballer?
Well, at the moment I'm injured, so I'm like more full-time golfer, part-time footballer
Yeah, nice.
at the moment.
That's pretty sick.
Because I can't play football, or I'm training, I'm in the gym and stuff.
Yeah.
So whenever I'm outside and I can, golf.
Are you like YouTube golf guy, or are you like I've got a golf coach guy, or are you like I fully invest in everything that's golf? I'm watching Live, I'm watching PGA,
Absolutely.
I'm watching
Full swing?
All of the above.
TPG.
Yes, I've seen Full Swing. I watched the TGL. I watched Live. I watched
What do
the
you think of
PGA.
TGL as a concept?
love it.
Love it as a concept?
Absolutely love it. Yeah.
What do you love about it?
Oh, just the fact that like it just goes so quick. They've got shot clocks. They talk on the microphones. They've got a whole crowd around in an arena, and like Tiger's obviously had a couple of injuries, so he doesn't want to walk a course. So it's perfect. You can see him every week because he's just hitting the ball and then sitting back down and then hitting the ball again. It's class. I love it.
Do you reckon the Tiger 99-yard, 199-yard, do you think it was conspiracy to like give him a bit of click?
Bit of
Did you
clickbait.
hear that?
The what? No.
Tiger had his earpiece in and they
And he pulled a wedge.
yeah. They told him to hit it 199 and he thought he heard 99 and so he hit it perfectly 99
Yeah.
and it was 100
Do
short.
you think that was
Great
real or
layup
fake?
on a. No, I think it's real.
Yeah.
I reckon it's real because I could tell by his face he was like extremely surprised, and you could hear him in the background. They're like, "Has he got wedge?"
Yeah.
And it's 199. Like, is he about to roast this?
Do you reckon it'll take off?
I think it will, because they've got the best golfers. They haven't just pulled like randoms.
Yeah.
They've got like really good golfers in there, so I reckon it will.
Where do you sit on Bryson? Do you like Bryson DeChambeau?
I don't really, if I'm being honest. I
Yeah?
don't. Yeah.
What don't you like about him?
I find him extremely arrogant.
Mm.
And like I watch his YouTube videos because he's a big YouTube golfer now.
Yeah.
But I just find like I feel like he's that type of guy where if you stump him with something, he'll be like, "Oh yeah, I already knew that."
Right.
You know what I mean? That type of guy. It's like
That's
I already
exactly
Because
what
he's
he would be like.
because he's a smart dude at a base level. So he's like, oh yeah, I knew
and
that.
he'll explain every single detail of his shot and like, and I saw him like give a putting tip once, and he's like, "This is how I became one of the best putters in the world." And I'm like, the best putters in the world wouldn't say they're the best putters in the world. Like if you ask Cam Smith, who I think is the best putter in the world, he'd never say, "Oh, this is the reason why I'm the best putter in the world."
Putts.
No, he just putts.
So if you could play around with any golfer in the world, any pro golfer, oh no, you get a 4, obviously, because
Four pro golfers.
we're kind. No, so it's you and 3
so
others.
four
Who do you
ball.
want in your 4 ball? Not to win, just for like, and that they've got to be your golfers too. They're not like, oh, you can't play with Michael
Well,
Jordan.
I want
He
to
doesn't
pick
count.
guys who are fun, right? Like everyone's going to say Tiger.
Would you pick Tiger?
I would, just to say that there's Tiger.
You have to pick Tiger.
Everyone would say Tiger, including
No,
me.
but like in terms
Me
of
too, me
like
too.
proper fun,
Yeah.
like in terms of like I want pro golfers who are going to like roast each other a little bit. as
John
well.
Daly.
No, I wouldn't. I'd pick Max
fun.
Homer
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I think he'd roast people. I'd pick Cam Smith because I feel like he'd be quietly like a roaster as well.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
So like Tiger, Max Homer, and
Nice to have an
actually
Aussie
no,
as well.
you know what? I'd bin Max Homer. I'd put Xander in there because Xander's a talker. I've seen him on.
Yeah,
I've
he's
seen him on
certified.
shows.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's so good at it too.
And you just let Tiger do his thing in the corner, watch him, and you're like, that's amazing. But
No.
then the three
Well,
of you
because
just, like,
Tiger's playing, you're going to have to be in carts. So who are you in the cart with?
Cam.
You and Camp, the Aussie boys
Yeah,
together.
the Aussie boys.
Wait, so
together.
Max is out, Xander's in.
Yeah, Xander's in. Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Because I feel
huge.
like if you have 3 talkers, I feel like you'd get a bit of talk out of
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tiger. as
Tiger
well.
would be good talking
Yeah, that's
to.
what I mean.
Yeah.
Like if he's around like uppity golfers and he doesn't want to like talk, but if he's around 3 talkers, he'll talk.
Have you
Yeah.
seen the video of Tiger when he's doing like a golf driving tutorial with potentially like the foreplay
He
guys?
sits on his knee and he's on
Yeah,
his
and he's
knee.
like, let's have a driving contest. And he outdrives him on his knees.
Yeah,
Unreal.
right.
Like
There's-
that's not talking. It's like, I don't need to talk it. I
Yeah.
just will do
It's
this.
like, I'll just
There's
do
the
it.
all-time story of Tiger at the Masters with Phil, one of the early ones, and Phil teed it up with his driver and hit it long, and then Tiger bombed it. Phil was like, I've absolutely creamed that. And then Tiger stepped up with a 3-wood and outdrove him and just like walked by and said like, that's cute or something like that.
And it was like Phil went on to have like the worst round of his career
Yeah.
after that. Yeah, well, imagine that.
Yeah.
Right.
Imagine you've just creamed one down the middle at the Masters and you get outdriven by a 3-wood.
Bro.
Yeah.
There's some real golf nerds watching this, and they're like, I'm loving this. Everyone else is like,
Absolutely.
bit too much golf, fellas. Bit too much golf.
Oh, I don't care. I'm on the podcast.
Mate, I've actually got a question for you
Shoot.
about golf while we're on the topic. How does a man go from this setup?
So we've gone deep on your Instagram, like real deep, like way,
Incriminating.
all
This
the
could
way
be
back.
like maybe like the 4th picture. How does a man go from this golf setup to Callaway
So
sponsorship?
for those just listening, he's playing in jeans
Converses,
and
one of the
swinging,
tightest t-shirts you'll see.
moving that front leg all the way back with the heel off the ground on a backswing.
This
You
guy
know what that
doesn't
is?
look like
That
he
was
could-
my Happy Gilmore days. That was like, I don't give a I'm just hitting the ball as far as possible.
This guy doesn't look like he could spell golf.
No,
I'm going to put it out
definitely
there.
could.
I mean, in fairness, hit the ball as far as
Spelt it
possible.
like tomorrow, GLF or something.
It looks like that ball would have gone. It looks like you were at the
Absolutely
top that
nowhere.
ball.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that went so far right. That was in Ascot. I think Ascot Vale at one of the
like
driving
Riverside?
range.
Yeah.
Yeah, Riverside, like the driving range there. That went so far right, it probably hit High Point
That's very
Shopping
funny.
Centre. Yeah,
Very far though.
Yeah,
Very far.
yeah, so far right. It was like almost 90 degrees right.
That's great.
Yeah, I'm a long way from there.
Yeah. You
Long
don't
way
like
from
this
there.
anymore?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
I've got progression videos on my phone of like my golf swing,
Whoa.
just to see where I came from.
We'll punch those through. We'll
No,
get them
well,
going
you should
through.
see when I got fitted for my clubs first. It was a disaster. It
You're
was
like-
during COVID. I had a mask on. It was a disaster.
They're like, why are we fitting this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like my
Can you fit me for golf clubs? They're like, no.
Yeah.
my
golf
left
clubs
foot
don't
almost
fit you.
came off the ground.
Oh,
That's how
good.
bad it
Baseball
was.
swing style.
Yeah, it was
Just
absolute
lift it up
baseball
and grip it
swing,
and rip it.
Nice.
I like it. Hey, further around the world in sport, Matt, do you follow football as well, or you just play it?
No, I do. I
Who
follow
are
it.
your teams?
Liverpool.
Yep.
Yep.
Enjoying them at the moment.
Love it. Yeah.
What do you think of Mo Salah's hairline? Like, because it's the comeback of that is like better than Tiger's comeback.
Yeah, it's
If you were rich, you'd do it.
probably
though.
been to Turkey.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
He's been to Turkey, hasn't he? Yeah. No, he's. I don't care about his hairline. He's scoring goals.
Yeah.
I hope they renew his contract. I don't know if they will.
What do you reckon?
How much would you pay him?
I think it's too far gone now. I think he's like
He's
come out and said it's my
relationship
last season.
damaged, yeah.
Yeah. So I think it's too far gone. I reckon I could see him in Saudi next year, probably.
What do you see in Premier League that you see kind of here? You see, can you map, like you watch Premier League, take that in, absorb it, and then you'll watch A-League and be like, oh, I see what's happened here. You've taken this from there, or you've taken this from there, or this is new.
Well,
or-
a lot of the coaches nowadays and teams are trying to replicate
yeah,
like
styles.
styles, like
Yeah.
obviously here we've got the City style of play. So you find elements from Man City style that we sort of try to adopt. And obviously it's different because you've got different players and different standard of players. They've got Haaland and De Bruyne, and sometimes doesn't matter what the style is. You just have to let them guys do what they do because they do it really well. So I feel like you get some sort of tips and tricks and sort of styles from some other teams that you try and like everyone tries to press now, or most teams try to press nowadays. And you look at some of the best pressing teams like Liverpool, Man City, Real Madrid, all those guys, and you try and replicate it as much as you can. But obviously, it's never going to turn out completely the same, and you're not playing against the same opposition either. So
Yeah.
Are you enjoying seeing the demise of Manchester United?
absolutely, further down the table they go, the better. I looked at them this morning. I'm like, holy 14th.
Yeah.
Bro,
they're like
low.
2 points off 16th.
Yeah.
Low.
I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, like they
You know
have
what I've been
that
watching?
bad month, it's all over.
Have you seen on Instagram the AI interviews?
No.
Look it up. I think it's called Footy Media or Footy AI Media or something. So they basically take an interview from one of the coaches and they somehow make him say whatever they want to say. And it's the funniest. Like they've got Ruben Amorim talking absolute garbage on there. And it's all AI. But like if you didn't know about AI, you'd think this guy was actually talking.
It's crazy, right?
Horrible. Calls his team a bunch of donkeys. It's so good. Honestly, you should get it up. Get it up after this. Clip it into this interview after.
That's really
and
funny.
it's brilliant. Honestly, it's brilliant. But it's dangerous. What AI is capable of.
Mate, it's terrifying. We're out of a job. We're just like, I'm just trying to get in as much work as I can before they ship us out and they just get some
Well, you
AI
two are
versions.
physios. I had no idea.
There you
I
go.
was explaining my whole surgery to you before, and you're like, we'll do this for a living, mate.
Ange coached you early days, hey?
Yep.
What is it like watching him kind of do his thing in the Premier League? You soft spot for him or you kind of...
No, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I think he was like, when you like don't know what you've lost until someone leaves.
Yeah.
And I feel like the national team was like that when he left. Like everyone was just giving him so much. Oh, we qualified the hard way. We qualified at the end of the day. You know what I mean? Under him, I just think, and then like he leaves, and then for like a brief period, everyone's like, oh, shouldn't have talked about him. You know what I mean? Because now he's at Tottenham.
Do you think he will be successful at Tottenham?
I think if they give him a chance, I think if they give him the time to let the team, and because he's had so many injuries this year, right? And everyone's like, oh, well, so many teams have had injuries. No, they haven't had what he's had. Like he's had literally, I don't know, like 8 out of his starting 11 injured. So
If you crystal ball it to this time next year, is Ange still coaching at Tottenham, or do you think they'll cut him?
I think they'll give him the time. I think they've already said that they've backed him, so I hope they stick to that.
I hope so.
And I just think it's so good for Australian football and Australian coaches. And he's also like, he's got Mile Jedinak as his assistant. He's got Montgomery as one of his assistants. So I think it's so good for Australian football.
Yeah.
Can you imagine talking in that room?
Oh, it'd be monumental.
Imagine coming outside, are you like, I don't feel safe here.
No. But I hope they give him the chance. I hope they do.
Would you move into that sort of business side of football post-career?
I'm studying sports science at the moment.
Yeah.
So I want to get into rehab coaching.
Cool.
Because I've done so much of it in my career.
Yeah.
Got a wealth of experience in that area, unfortunately. So
when I did this one, this is what I did. It worked really well.
What have you injured? I've done that.
Yeah, when I did this one in 2000.
So I want to get into the rehab coaching side of things.
Yeah.
I think it's an area that's sort of missing in football in particular. I feel like AFL clubs have it. I feel like a lot of other codes have it, but I haven't really seen too many football clubs have like a designated rehab coach.
Yeah.
It's normally like one of the physios takes rehab or one of the S&Cs takes rehab, but often that sort of takes away from their job a little bit, so.
Rob and Peter to pay Paul.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or whatever their names are. Who knows? Mate, time to move on. We're moving away from sport. We're moving on to you.
Favourite topic.
Yeah, exactly. The favourite topic. But we're going to start. We start these player interviews with the presser. We want you to be in the press conference seat. We've seen all professional athletes take on the press conference. Some do it well, some do it poorly.
Mm-hmm.
Some do it really well, some do it really poorly.
Mm-hmm.
It's time to find out how
So
you
no
go.
pressure.
Here we go. Time for the presser.
Should promotion and relegation exist in the A-League?
Absolutely.
When?
As soon as humanly possible. Yeah. I just feel like no one knows relegation battles and promotion battles until you've been in them, and I feel like it's such a good thing for Australian football. And if you look at it like our second division, I don't know if you've seen the clip of Preston Lions the other day. They almost draw in more fans than A-League teams. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, you need... Like, the A-League has gone so much into, I don't want to, bring ethnicity into it. And it's like, Australia's such a diverse place in terms of culture. Tap into that. You'll get so many more fans if you just, tap into the ethnicity factor.
I'm glad you brought that up. You are proudly Lebanese.
Yeah.
Lebanese Australian. I roll started already.
No Lebanese football club. So we're there, yep.
Why haven't you played for a Lebanese football club? You were like Maltese clubs when you were younger, Italian clubs, Lebanese clubs. You like?
I don't know of many Lebanese clubs.
I don't think there are many.
There's not many.
Yeah. I think the answer is there aren't any.
Yeah, there aren't any. No. I got sort of, tried to get poached, almost poached by the Lebanese national team when I was young.
Yeah. Why do you hate Lebanon?
I don't.
Yeah.
I'm going to get bashed when I leave you.
He did pick their food over Italian, though.
I did pick their food over Italian.
Play that clip now. Just to say
play. I got approached by them a lot when I was young, and I'm sure there's a lot of interviews about that. But I chose Australia. I was born in Australia, and I sort of held out because I always had faith that I play for the Socceroos. So I sort of held out until the Australian call-up came. And if it didn't, I was accepting of not playing international football at all at the cost of trying to play for Australia. And if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. So,
but it did happen.
It did happen. So
sucked in
told
Lebanon.
You so.
Yeah.
Get wrecked, Lebanon.
No, don't say that. You're going to get bait.
That's careful. I would edit that out.
Guys, if we could help me out on this, that would be great. No, we're very staunchly pro-Lebanon.
Absolutely.
This podcast, for sure.
So you call the game, obviously, football, not soccer, yet the Australian national team is called the Socceroos. Opine, go.
Well, I feel like because you've got AFL, everyone calls that football, and even anyone from outside of Victoria calls rugby football, which I have no idea why. 90% of the game is used with their hands. Don't call it football.
So would you be against an Australian national team rebrand?
No. The football roos.
The football roos. The Australian football roos.
Or something else.
Well, I get it, right? 90% of Australia call football soccer. So in terms of getting the game out there, Socceroos makes sense. Yep.
Okay.
I'm normally one that doesn't like change, but
you want to change the A-League to have promotion relegation.
Yeah.
That's
all the important stuff. Yeah.
Do you hate playing? Is that why you get injured so often?
This is a proper press conference. No, I love playing. Absolutely love playing.
Golf.
I've just been
playing golf.
Yeah. I love playing golf. Yeah. I'm trying to get injured so I can play as much golf as possible.
Yeah, okay, nice.
No, I mean, but after my Achilles surgeries, I literally said to Vidi, I was like, I actually don't care about any. I just want to play. Like
Yeah.
I just want to. I just want game time. I just want to play. I don't care if I come off the bench. I don't care if I start. Like I just want to play football because I'm so sick of doing rehab. I just want to play football. Like I love the gym. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely love the gym.
We can tell.
But
You're not wearing sleeves.
Hey man. Well, you called me at a good time. I just finished rehab.
Big pump on.
Yeah.
Myself.
Yeah, they told me this 3 days ago. I had to wear a singlet.
He's been doing
no,
push-ups
I just
since
wanted
then.
to play.
Yeah.
So I was like, I just want to play football. Like because I'm 32, right? I'm coming to the back end of my career.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to get to the end of my career, and I'm like, wish I could have played more football, which is nearing that time. So I just want to play football.
Want to
That's
play.
it. Yeah, as much as I love playing golf, I just want to play football because I got enough time for golf after football.
Mate, can you explain this photo to us, please?
Play. Again,
Done a real deep. I got to make my profile private.
Yeah, we've
Oh
got-
no.
Yeah, you know what's coming.
No.
Can you please explain just this one for us, please?
Just explain, because there's people who are purely listening.
Yeah.
So just, it's
Couldn't have told me to make my profile private before these guys came. So that is Tyson Beckford.
Yep.
yeah.
Sure.
For those who don't know who
For those-
Tyson
for
Beckford
those
is.
who don't know, that we were in Vegas there. We won the championship. We went to Vegas for an end of season trip
Yep.
and saw him out at a nightclub in the booth next to us. And
And it was all
Photo.
A-OK.
yeah, okay.
A-OK.
Yep.
Was, did you ask for the hug?
No, that was
Doesn't look like it.
Yeah, it's pretty intimate.
Did you ask
pretty
for the
intimate.
photo?
Yes, I did. I asked for the photo because I knew who he was, and he was sort of like interacting with us from his booth where he had about. He was just him and like 25 models.
What is going on
Yeah, I
here?
was like,
Was he
I
good
saw
looking in real life?
he's enormous.
Is he?
He's huge. Yeah, he's massive.
He was massive in the 2000s.
Yep,
2010s? When was like Tyson Beckford's big time?
I'd say around that time he was on like
15 years ago.
all the model shows and stuff.
Yeah.
so.
When there was model
But
shows.
I asked for the photo, not the hug.
Nice.
Did you try and get his number to be friends with him afterwards?
No.
Yeah.
No, his security would have been like, go on, mate, jog
Yeah.
on,
Good jog on.
jog on.
Do you remember me?
Yes, this is a great question.
Do you remember me?
No,
Do you think you've ever met Simon before
I'd
in person?
from this question, I'd have to say yes, but no, I don't remember.
In 2012, do you remember the team that you were playing for?
Victory.
Do you remember the team that you started playing for in 2012?
2012. We're talking 13 years ago.
Yeah, well, I turned pro in 2012 was my debut season, so I was at Heidelberg. No, Moreland. I was at Moreland.
The Moreland Zebras.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Do you remember who was the trainer at the Moreland Zebras?
It wasn't you, was it?
Thursday nights, $50.
50 bucks.
I would rub calves and
this
hammies.
interview now. I can see why I'm on this interview.
Yeah, and that's why I'd say we've 40 minutes in. This is
40
why we've
minutes
just
in.
like
You've never met a
oiled you up
club
a little bit.
more in favour of just the calves and hammies.
I mean, actually, Simon, you were probably unpaid because if you were paid, that means you should declare it to the tax
No,
office.
I actually wasn't paid. I wasn't paid. That's actually very correct. I wasn't paid. Just there Thursday nights down at Duchenne Reserve.
Yep.
Yep. Do you remember the coach? Do you remember any of the players from back then?
Yeah, I do. I think Brebner was the coach
Yep.
and player at some point. He was player coach.
To be honest, the only person I remember was Millsy,
Oh,
the
awesome.
captain.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well done, mate. And you're telling me off for not knowing you.
Yeah.
Didn't know all the calves and hammies you rubbing every
None of the
Thursday
calves.
night.
Well, the question is,
Yeah.
how many injuries did you have at the Moreland Zebras?
No.
I don't think I had any.
Probably because there was a great trainer.
Fantastic.
No, they were really staunch early on that, like, if you were under the age of 20, you weren't allowed to
Yeah.
use the trainer bench.
It was like, mate, strap yourself. You're playing.
It literally was that. I would
Yeah.
walk
You're
in
too
and it'd
young
be
to
like
be
all the old
injured.
dudes.
It's
would be
not like it is now.
let's load
Like
up.
even now, when I see some of the kids on the physio table, I'm like, what are you doing on the
You're too young to be injured.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you're too young to be sore.
Yeah, that's what it was like. It was a very much like if you're young, and you would have been young then,
Yeah.
and it
I
was
was
like
young. Yeah,
no
it was like,
chance.
absolutely not. No.
You were
I think we
not
had Carl Recchia,
Okay,
who was at Victory before, and he came. I don't know how you don't know this, but and
mate,
it was
I was in the first year of uni. and
Graham
I fell in
Brebner, Carl Recchia, and there was a couple of like veteran VPL guys, and I
Hmm.
was like, physio bed, not for me.
Yeah, stay away.
It's like
give me a
go
wide
somewhere
berth.
private after training.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pay for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It
very
was
funny.
a real dark place.
Yeah.
Mate, you're the team barber. What's your preferred haircut of choice to cut people?
Skin fade.
Do you cut your own hair?
Tried it once, never again.
Mm.
I actually, when I started cutting hair in Japan, I started by trying to cut my own hair because in the apartment I was living in, we had one of those like triple mirrors that like folds around.
Oh, yeah.
Don't know why, but I was like, good idea. Let me cut my own hair. Sides perfect, great. At the back, because at the back it's like you're looking in the mirror, but it's like opposite, because it's reversed. And I was like, people was going this way. So I just taught my wife how to cut based on like YouTube, and now my wife cuts my hair.
Really?
How often do you get a haircut?
That is a good haircut.
Every 10 days, 2
Yeah,
weeks.
You can if you live with the hairdresser.
I was going to say, that actually falls very much in line with our two Lebanese Australian mates who get a haircut every week.
Yeah, I used to be every week.
Yeah.
But as I got older, I'm just like, I can't bother.
I mean, it's 3 days. Like, how much hair is going in 3 days?
But also, I haven't played much football. So when I'm playing football, I'm like, maybe before every game.
You're on TV every week.
Yeah, well, you've got to keep up the appearances, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sleeves
So
off.
my wife...
How many of the boys let you cut their hair? Or is there
I've got a
anyone
few.
that is too protective of their hair to let you?
There's a couple that are very protective.
You want to name and shame?
Yeah, Marco Tilio is very protective. I've cut his hair a couple times. I cut his hair in the hub, actually, when we played in Thailand, and you couldn't leave the hotel, so he didn't have many options. He's very protective. Steven Ugarkovic, very protective. I have cut his hair before, but very protective. Mustn't have been good because they haven't come back. But I cut a few boys. Kai Truan, Jegs, I cut their hair. Lex, on occasion, cut his hair.
That's
Callum
not a,
Talbot, which
Yep.
it's like a 2-minute haircut. He just
The
does
squid.
Like
Looks like a squid.
yeah.
He looks like a
the
squid.
so that's not a future career,
No.
Okay.
just a hobby.
Because I can do like 1 or 2 haircuts a day, but to sit there doing 20, I'd be like, come on, man.
Don't make your passion your job.
No, exactly.
Don't ruin it. Don't ruin it. You don't want to be a full-time golfer. You
I
just
do.
want to be
Yeah,
like a
No, I
part-timer.
that's a mistake.
Really do.
I really,
Really do.
Have you ever
really
confused Marco Tilio with his brother?
Yes.
Hmm.
I have seen his brother.
Yeah.
I'm like,
If we get a
shit,
picture up, it is incredible.
Yeah,
Well,
it
it's
is.
it's
Yeah.
just 2 pictures of
Yeah.
Tilio.
Yeah, it's just 2
Like
pictures
it's
of Marco.
just the same one.
Yeah.
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 We
No, I have.
after a City game that we were at, we were up in the we were just up in the grandstand, and then we saw Marco Tilio's brother, and it literally just as the game had finished, and we're like, Jesus, he got up here quick.
Very quick.
Just got dressed
Yeah.
quick and came up.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they look alike.
Yeah.
Very much alike.
Mm.
Yep.
Favorite coach, Ange or Kevin Muscat, or current coach?
I mean, let's be
past
serious. I
coaches.
realize he's not going to listen. Vids is not going to listen, so
Yeah.
you don't have
He
to
actually
say him.
told us in the hallway he would not listen.
Yeah,
He walked past, he said, I'm not listening.
yeah.
This is a very much sit on the fence situation.
Ange, Kevin Muscat, or really Vimo?
No, I'd
who's your
say
favourite?
they've obviously all like got their different qualities.
Brilliant. I'm loving how many
I never
fans-
spoke to Ange, to be honest. I
Really?
barely ever spoke to Ange, and I think this is like a common theme with a lot of the players that have played under him.
Yeah.
You never I
Don't speak unless spoken to.
I can't remember a time other than when I was like negotiating my contract where I said more than hi or bye to him.
Whoa.
Because he has this thing where he never speaks to players outside of like football.
He lets you live your
conversation.
life and then
Well, he
he's,
doesn't. I don't think he wants personal relationships to get in the way of selection, and he doesn't want to
True.
be like. So he's like notorious for that. I think if you ask any club that Ange has coached at, it's a common theme,
Yeah.
and that's probably what makes him like so successful.
Because he can make tough calls because
Yeah.
they're not as tough for him.
He's not invested.
Because
Yeah.
it's like, well,
I mean, I'm not going to say
Not that
every
you don't
coach
care.
that I've had I've absolutely loved, but you just
who'd you hate?
do
Which
what they say
coaches
at the
did
end
you
of the day. No, I just think there's coaches that I didn't play under, and coaches that I did play under, and coaches who like me, and coaches who didn't like me.
Yeah.
So it sounds
You
like you're
probably-
picking Kevin Muscat to me.
You're
Yeah,
probably
that's what it
telling.
sounds like to me.
You probably go back through my stats since you've so conveniently gone through my Instagram. You can go through my stats.
I don't
and
care
see-
about your
Well,
stats,
yeah,
mate.
we're much more Instagram
Yeah,
guys.
Not really a stats type of, it's not that type of show, mate.
Yeah, we stopped on
You
Tyson
really want
Beckford
to
very
delve
quickly.
into my life?
That's
Dive
fine.
into the important things.
That's it for the presser.
Yeah.
I think.
Did I pass? Was it
Yeah,
good?
mate, we fly in colours.
Yeah.
You're only
Yeah.
the second person to
See,
go
when
through
they
it.
when they ask you hard questions, just divert.
Yeah, divert very well. So you
Really.
got us talking about that we wanted to talk
See?
about. There you go. One actually question I still want. What's your game day food?
I'm usually in yogurt for breakfast.
Yep.
Pasta for lunch.
This is a leading question.
And pre-match, depending on what time the game is, pre-match is peanut butter and jam sandwich.
Nice.
Okay, nice.
I love peanut
Blueberry
butter.
jam, strawberry jam.
Strawberry jam.
Nice.
Yeah.
Jam or like conserve?
As sugary as possible.
Yeah,
Yeah.
of course, nice. Simple sugars. It's good.
Yeah.
That's what you need. The
Yeah,
nutritionist
before the
would say
game.
that.
Yeah. What's it leading to?
No, I mean,
What's
look, if we
post-match?
really want to, I feel like I've really we're flogging a dead horse at this point, but There's another great photo from your Instagram. You go really deep.
No.
Also,
I think I know which photo.
with a
it is.
great filter on it
No,
too.
I know
What do you reckon it
I
is?
know it's like the Weet-Bix one.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was like real early on.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was like hectic
Really
filters. Like
early
you've
on.
clearly got like a
Breakfast of Champions.
Lisbon
I know
filter.
exactly which one it
Yeah,
is.
when everybody's like, this is like when people were posting photos about just things that they would happen in their life.
Yeah, this was like real early
Instagram
on.
started.
Before there was
Yeah.
trends.
Yeah.
Yeah, the photo of the Weet-Bix, you may as well describe
So
it.
it's a photo of a bowl of Weet-Bix with fruit
Watermelon
on it.
and
it's-
pineapple.
Yeah, and it's game day. And it's like best game day meal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not.
Watermelon.
I found-
Watermelon on Weet-Bix is rare.
Really rogue.
I just chucked any fruit on top of it, but yeah, definitely not.
No.
Yeah.
No.
The more I grew up, the more I realized, like, the more I understood nutrition. It's definitely not the best match they make.
Even flavors, just understanding kind of anything.
Well, I
with
love
food,
watermelon. I'll just chuck it on anything. You know how there's some weird people that just put like
what they like on.
I'll put
other
peanut
things they
butter
like.
on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything.
I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
Like
Great
I
with
like this and I like that. Let's
Do you
put
like
it
peanut
together.
butter?
Great
Love
with cherry
peanut butter.
tomatoes.
I had peanut butter on toast
Peanut
today.
butter and cherry tomato.
Yeah, on toast. It's great. Salty sweet.
Yeah.
It's actually really good.
You know what I had the other day? Actually, I had cottage cheese
Oh,
with peanut butter
oh,
and fruit on top.
oh.
Salty and sweet.
Yeah.
Try it.
That's interesting. I started just buttering my toast with peanut butter, but use a spoon instead of.
I do that as well, so it doesn't rip the bread.
Big yeah.
My guy. See, people look at me weird when they're like, "Why are you using a spoon?" Well, I'm like, "Well, you tried spreading Vegemite on a
It's very strange.
warm piece of
Yeah.
toast and just have holes in it at the end."
And you get more.
Spoon, yes.
And it's like big clumps of it.
It's
and
very
eat.
strange. Do you then just like gob the
was
spoon
great. Why
afterwards?
did
See,
I
I me on this earlier, man.
See?
I finally found people.
So he was off us, and then he was on us, and
Yeah.
he was off us, and he's back on.
Now
Yeah.
I'm back on.
I
Yeah,
really thought I lost him with the zebras chat,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
we're back. That's
Yeah,
good. It's-
absolutely.
It's a nice place
Yeah,
to be.
spoon to
It's
spread.
Nice
so
place
weird.
that we're
That's
back.
yeah, I
strange.
don't understand butter knives. They don't work.
Yeah. No, you don't knife anything you want to keep together.
No.
Anyway, there you go. That's it for the presser. Thanks for joining
Fantastic.
us. Now, moving on. Last segment.
Pop
Go for it.
culture, current events, just what's going on in the world. We want to get your thoughts and feelings. Did you watch the Oscars?
No.
Cool.
No. Yep, that's the end of that segment.
No, we've got
We're moving right on.
we've got some photos.
I think it was I don't know if it was the Oscars or the Grammys, but I saw Benson Boone's
Yeah.
Oh, Grammys.
Grammys.
Yep,
where
does
he
the
just ripped
flip.
his
Yeah.
Yep,
And
just
then-
close
ripped
up
the shirt off.
and
so-
Zuckerberg.
Yeah, he was like sleeves.
Zuckerberg did it for his wife. Did you see that?
No. Did he?
Zuckerberg at his wife's birthday, I think he bought the Benson Boone, like he bought the actual suit that
Outfit.
he was wearing,
God.
and he was wearing his suit up on stage, and apparently she loves that song, and so he got up and sung it to her, but then he got 3 people to come and like rip his actual suit off, and he had the Benson Boone one on underneath.
Yeah.
Everyone was like, "That's the most."
You know what
cringy
that
thing I've
outfit
ever seen."
reminds me of? Balls of Fire. Have you seen Balls
Yeah.
of Fire?
Yeah.
Like the skiing, the ice skating outfits.
Yeah.
Yep.
Horrible.
Yeah.
But it was a good performance. Did a
Yeah.
And I
couple
mean,
backflips and
I could see how you easily got to balls
Blades
of fire,
of
though.
blades
Blades
of
of Fire.
Blades of glory.
blades of glory,
Blades of Glory.
Blades of glory.
balls of fire.
No, I think the costume would probably get you to balls of fire a bit quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing like wearing a bit of
Balls of Fire. Where the
polyester on the groin will give you balls of fire. That's
I
for
think
sure.
he looked like he had balls of fire, actually.
Yeah.
Blades of
Yeah,
Glory.
Grammy
Mark.
Award-winning Benson
I was
Boone.
Although
so
he did
far
say
off
it,
that.
and we both went, "Yep."
Yeah, you agreed.
I was like, I'm never saying no. I'm
He's like, roll with it. Yeah.
It's
That's
yes
what it
and. It's called yes and. We're going to get you
Yeah.
to rate some Oscars outfits.
some Oscar outfits, all right? So we
Rule
just
is
need it out of 10.
Out of 10, you can give a quick comment if you like. No 7s is the only
No
rule.
7s, all right. Cynthia
seven,
Erivo.
actually.
Do you know who Cynthia Erivo is?
I don't.
She's from
She's
Wicked.
Wicked. She's
Oh, yep. I know the movie. I haven't watched it, but I know the movie. That's like a 3.
3. Jesus.
What's wrong with it?
Oh, it's just like
green?
It's a job. Actually, you know what? No.
It's a bottle green.
No, I know there's worse. So I'll go 6.
She's just doubled her score.
Yeah, no.
Doja Cat.
8?
Leopard print. Fan of the leopard print.
Yeah. I don't mind it.
Okay, nice. All right, here we go. We've got a couple dressing. We've got Adrian Brody and his wife, Georgina Chapman.
10.
10.
Flat 10.
Absolutely,
You know, that's
yeah.
Harvey
Tuxedo
Weinstein. That's
and-
Harvey Weinstein's
I
ex-wife.
couldn't care less. Outfit. We're rating outfits, not personalities, yeah?
Yep.
Not
This
past.
is purely
Leave the past in the
purely
past.
aesthetic.
You know what I mean?
10.
10. Yeah, I love tuxedos.
Are you
I
a
love
couple
the-
dressing guy?
as
you
in,
and your
like,
wife?
matching?
Yeah.
I try and so I give her an option of what she wants to wear,
Yep,
and then
and then
I
you'll
try and
fit
match
in.
it to that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I love suits, so I'll just try and blend
Nice.
in with her.
What, you got any good recent suit purchases? What do you got?
Not really. I've been really into like double-breasted waistcoats at the moment.
love it.
So normally I'm a 3-piece.
You'd look great with a big lapel, like big wide lapel.
Yeah, thanks, man.
Yeah.
No sleeves, obviously.
Imagine.
obviously.
Well, I'm sure you've got one photo.
Amelia de Moldenberg,
5. It's just basic.
5. Timmy Chalamet,
Timothée
Buttersuit,
Chalamet.
4.
4.
I'm not a fan of yellow.
What don't you like it?
I'm not a fan of the colour at all.
The yellow.
I like the fact that he's gone in a suit and not like a bubble or something.
Yeah.
Which most of like just rock up in a bubble.
Miley Cyrus,
Note the eyebrows, please.
bleached eyebrows.
That's just taking it from like promotion to relegation zone. It's like 3.
Yeah.
Really not a fan of the gloves either. No, even a 2. Yeah,
A 2?
2 out of
Yeah.
10,
2 for
Miley.
Miley.
2 out of 10
All right,
Miley,
let's
sorry.
go down. Andrew Garfield, Spider-Man.
Actually don't mind brown. I'm partial to brown.
Okay.
I'm going to say 6.
I see.
Well, I can't say 7. I was going to say 7.
Cannot say 7.
8's too high.
Yeah.
8's too high.
That's
Yeah,
it.
well, I don't like the like shiny shirt.
Okay.
Yeah.
And no tie. Wear a
And-
tie.
No,
You're
I don't
out of-
mind no tie, but the shiny shirt for me is just like a bit.
Yep.
Yeah, 6. as well.
Coleman Domingo.
I like the double-breasted waistcoat. I like the contrast with the black and the red. I actually don't mind it, you know. I'm going to say an 8.
An 8.
Yeah, I actually don't mind
That
it.
was like real time watching your like
Brain tick.
yeah, and you're like,
I
hang on
actually
a
don't.
second.
I don't mind it. The more I look at it, I don't know about the belt,
The
and
tie?
the tie. Yeah, I don't know about
that's
that.
like the robe.
But it's better because I've seen the NBA players go to their like award nights and stuff, and
Yeah.
half of them are wearing suits that just look like they're too big. Like, you know, when you're like a 12-year-old and your mum buys you a suit so you can grow into it when you're 18, and it's like really big and like sleeves are too long, and I'm like, and they call it fashion, and I'm like, oh, it's not.
Is it fashion or
It's
is it just
not.
clothes?
It's just laziness.
yeah.
Do you have any like guilty pleasures that you're watching on reality TV? Is there any shows like, are you a maths guy?
No, absolutely not. I'm not a massive reality TV person. Sorry, guys.
Sport's the best.
Yeah.
She's over.
I am really into like crime drama series.
What are you watching?
At the moment, I'm watching Reacher.
Sick.
On Prime.
New season? New
Yep.
season out? Yeah.
Yep,
Just came
I'm
out.
like up to date, which I hate because I got to wait every week.
Yep.
If you have to recommend a show to someone, what do you recommend?
If you haven't watched Suits, you're not like.
Are you pumped for LA Suits?
I am a little bit, but I'm a bit skeptical because
Yeah.
I'm not really a huge fan of spin-offs normally.
Yep.
But I hope they put some of the OG characters in there, just like even briefly.
Yep.
That would be great. It'd be interesting, but I'd say Suits for sure.
Yep.
I'm a big fan of Suits. Ballers, have you seen Ballers?
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolute
Yep.
gun show.
How real life is Ballers?
I reckon it's pretty accurate,
Mm.
to be honest. I reckon a lot of the stuff they deal with is pretty accurate.
Yeah.
Like a lot of guys blowing their money on God knows what and having a guy to try and stabilise things
Yeah.
who's an ex-player, which I feel like it's pretty...
Yeah. It's you with
It's,
the rehab
well, it's
coaching,
probably...
aren't you?
It's probably more realistic than Suits. Some of the things that happens in Suits is like, wow, that was great, but let's be honest, that's not happening.
I like it.
Let's be honest, you're not telling the owner of a $4 billion company to go himself and
Yeah.
sorry, excuse my French.
You've been swearing the whole time. It's
Yeah.
bullshit. Just started
He's pulled it up,
apologising
like-
There's
now,
going to be
but
a lot of
okay.
bullships on there.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of bullships.
Yeah.
That's what we're running. We're running a ship on the
Yeah.
face when you swear.
Yeah.
So it'll be good.
Yeah,
We just
so
have you there.
Suits.
Suits is
Favourite.
it.
Yeah, I've watched it 7 times over.
The whole thing.
Whoa.
You even get past like season 6.
Yeah, absolutely.
What happens at the end of Suits? I stopped at season 6.
Spoiler alert for
Because
anything.
it really is the same. It's
Harvey
like, will
ends
Mike
up-
get caught? Will they not get caught?
Yeah.
Will Mike get caught? Will they not get caught? And then
Well,
he
that's
does
where I
get
stopped
caught.
watching Prison Break.
And then he
'Cause I'm
gets
like,
uncaught.
oh, he's in prison again. What's going to
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah.
He's going to break out.
Prison Break again.
Yeah.
He's got no more skin to get tattooed. Like,
Yeah, well, spoiler alert, if he's out, his chances next season he's going back in.
yeah.
He's going back in.
You can just tell where you're at. You're like,
Yeah.
where am I at in the season? Well, where is he?
Yeah.
He's in. Yeah.
Actually, you know what is another series you have to get on? Landman.
Oh,
what's
we
the first
just
episode
watched
yesterday?
it. We watched it together.
Good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unreal. Because that's one you're like, in real life, would that happen? Absolutely.
Yeah.
That was good.
Yep, absolutely.
Yes.
The greatest one, Slow Horses. You seen Slow Horses?
No.
Oh,
Slow
mate,
Horses,
treat
very
yourself.
good.
What-
It's my number
where's
one
it
show
on?
ever.
Apple.
It's on Apple.
Got to re-download it. Okay.
Yeah. All right, let's finish up our bullshit chat with some roses and thorns, Simon.
Roses and Thorns. Have you heard of the concept Roses and Thorns? Each
No.
week, something good that happens and something bad that happens. The rose is the good, the thorn's the bad. It can be as big as you like. It can be as small as you like. My thorn this week.
Is this still like stuff that's happening in the
Yeah, in
world?
your
No,
week.
no. This is your
In your
world
week,
or
your
the
world.
world.
Okay.
It's totally up to you.
Yep.
Yeah. So my thorn for this week is I got a new TV, which ordinarily would be a rose, and that'd be good. But I've got to figure out this new remote. It's hard.
Got to get the right
I was
volume.
like really dialed in.
This is like Simpler Times. Have you seen
Yeah.
Simpler Times with George Lopez? You haven't seen it?
No.
Get on it.
Yeah.
If you're talking podcasts. Yeah, that's a bit of a pickle.
Like I just was drilling really good with my old remote, and I knew where all the channels were, and now I don't.
See,
know
you
how to
hate change as
navigate
well.
It's not
Secretly.
good, bro.
That's why I haven't updated my iPhone yet. 'Cause It's like
Me neither.
the new up. But
Let's
see,
go.
conspiracy theories.
Good.
My conspiracy theory
We're on
is
a
like,
podcast. That's what we
the
got to
more
do.
the more you update your iPhone,
Slower it goes.
the slower it
That's
goes.
not even a conspiracy. That's just actual
It's just
fact.
made. It's just made quicker.
That's actually what happens, though.
Yeah.
They've
Look
come
at
out
you.
and said that. Like
Look
they've-
at you two go.
They've come out and said it.
Have a look at you two.
This is-
Do you even need me here?
This is secretly like me taking your spot here.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is-
not even secretly.
We also have like a background. We're
Yeah, we've
familiar.
worked together
more-
before.
but you
We
didn't
work
know.
together. Yeah,
We worked together.
I didn't know.
I didn't know either,
we
but I
found
didn't.
out.
To be quite fair, I didn't know most of the guys.
Yeah,
It
exactly.
seems so. It was fine. A lot of
Exactly.
calves and
This is
hammers.
me
That's all I
taking
had.
over.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
so-
asked me what I would do after football.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah. Talk conspiracies on podcast.
See you, mate.
It's, yeah, so that's my thorn was a new remote, which just horrible, absolutely horrible. My rose though, I don't know what it is. I just had my second wedding anniversary, so that would be
That's
my
nice.
rose for this
Congratulations.
week. Yeah, thank you. I've got two mates who
Got on,
got
right.
married, like not in the same year, but it just ended up being the day after. So the first one always remembers because he's a good remembering guy, and he just texts our mate, "Heads up,
Wow,
the anniversary's tomorrow." He's like, "Thanks,
how
mate."
good.
He's forgot 3 times in a row
No,
until that text comes
You
through.
can't
And He's
forget.
like,
it's like me forgetting my brother's
his
birthday.
wife also forgets though. So
He's on the
it's
day
fine.
after me, my brother.
Really?
Yeah, I'm the 17th of December. He's the 18th of December.
Just count back 9 months.
So it's
Yeah, I
like,
know.
birthday?
Something-
but you know what it is? Like my brother will go on Facebook and he'll write this like real big, like lovey message, and then the next day I've gone, got to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. That, well,
So
that,
happy
happened,
birthday, bro! Like I
Yeah.
hope you're having a really good day.
that happened with the anniversary. Like my wife posted a lovely anniversary post, and I was going to go with like something a bit more lighthearted.
But you have to get competitive because you got to like up them.
Yeah.
But then she like really poured her heart out. So I was like, all right, we're going there. Let's do it. Which isn't bad, and I'm very happy to do it. But I just wasn't prepared.
It's like going on double dates. Don't go on double dates
Don't do it.
because you just like unconsciously
Sounds like two very
Compete-
competitive people
compete
going out
with
for
the
it.
other couple. Yeah.
True. We love them more. Anyway,
Yeah,
so that's
we're-
it. My rose was 2nd year anniversary. Shout
Yeah,
out. Rosso.
my thorn is I've just realised I've got a dirty mark on my new shoes, which sucks.
That does suck.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Well,
so-
that's is the real crux of the
Don't
thorn
worry
is
about
that it's-
cyclones in Brisbane and all that stuff.
Well, we obviously shout out to people of Queensland. The game's been postponed for
Yeah.
the
Women.
women's
Yeah.
team. Yep, which sucks.
Hope they're okay.
The videos coming out of Queensland are proper rogue though.
Yeah.
hairy.
They're like everyone's like, oh, full cyclone, and everyone in Queensland's like, surf will be great. Let's go.
Yeah.
They just go mega surf.
If there's anywhere that is going to take a cyclone quite easy, it's Queensland.
Well,
Queenslanders.
dude, they just tough.
Well, it's like Prison Break, right? Like he's been in prison enough. He knows how to deal with it. They've had enough floods. They're like, oh, it's just another day in Queensland.
Yeah,
Which is, that's not to like take away from the situation because it's so unfortunate. Imagine rebuilding your house
Oh.
Right.
and then a year later it happens again. So I feel for them.
So back to
I'd
your
say.
dirty shoe.
Sorry, we took away from
yeah,
dirty
so I've got a
Dirty
dirty
shoe
shoe.
now.
And my rose is that I got in my car and I forgot that I'd refilled it with petrol the day before. And I was like, oh, no, I have to
yes.
fill my petrol up.
Good.
And I got in and turned it on and was like, yes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's so good.
An accidental full tank.
I love that. Mate, you got roses and thorns? Thorns?
Rose. Thorn, he's like, I was running the other day and I felt like unbelievable. And I went to take off and just like felt a little twitch in the back of my knee, which is like a normal, it's like normal in ACL rehab. You have like little moments.
Roses and thorns.
And it was like that night I couldn't straighten my knee out. It was like really, really tough. And I had a tea time book the next morning and had to cancel it. That was
Thorn.
the thorn wasn't really the soreness part. It was having to cancel the tea time.
I thought you were,
Yeah.
you were going like real serious. I'm
No.
like, yeah, my remote thing stinks.
No, I had to.
No, the injury, yeah, that is bad. You're like
Yeah.
the tea time. Okay,
Tea
now
time.
you're on my level. This is good.
The rose is that my knee feels great and I booked a tea time tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning I've got a tea time, guys.
Yeah,
I like it. Where are you
Tea
playing?
time, Rosebud. Tea time, 7:24 in the morning.
There you go. You like playing with solo? You like playing as a solo? And
I don't
then
mind it every now and then.
getting paired up with a random?
I don't really like getting paired up with a random.
Yep. When they ask you, what do you do? What do you say?
I say pro soccer player.
Yeah, that's it.
Pro soccer, not pro football.
No. Oh, well, yeah.
What a great way
Got
to
me
finish.
there. Got me.
Yes, finally.
He's trying to find his way
An
back.
hour in,
Game over. Thanks for coming.
He's trying to find his way back onto the
Yeah.
show because I was like, you were
I
almost
guess
out the door.
you two can't host this podcast together.
We need someone who's going to keep our feet on the ground.
too funny.
Yeah, so I like playing solo when I just need a little bit of time to myself.
Totally.
I love playing golf with my son. I know that's a bit cheesy to say, but my son
Bro,
plays golf now.
flavor
He's
cheese.
5.
Would you rather him be a football player or a golfer?
Golfer.
Agree.
I mean, I'd love for him to be a football player because I can really help him. But I can't teach him how to play golf because I don't know how to play it that well. So
No, don't do what I do.
yeah,
do
don't
everything
do
but
what
that.
He's actually got a better swing than me. No joke. I know every parent's like, oh, my son's brilliant. My son is like hits it a mile.
Let's gas him up. That's
Yeah.
good. Good job.
I was playing a round once. Story time. Sorry if I go over. Let me know.
What a story in a podcast. How dare
Yeah.
you? You're not allowed to.
I was playing at Rosebud with my son, and these guys let us through because like we were in a cart. They were walking, and I was like, "Come on, Rio! Like, hurry up, hit. We got to go." And like, I've bombed my drive down the middle. Best drive I hit of the day. Unbelievable. Rio's teed up and like smashed one down the middle, and then his mate, one of them turns around to his mate and he's like, "How's it feel to be outdriven by a 4-year-old? You suck." Like that.
Brilliant.
And I was like,
You turned, you said, well, he's 5.
"Yeah." I was like, "No, he was 4 at the
Oh,
time."
damn.
Don't try and get ahead of yourself, yeah? Trying to catch me on these. Yeah, no, he was 4 at the time, but he's like, "You suck." And I'm like, I hope they really turn away because I don't want to see my second shot. Second shot shanked it into the bush.
Of course.
Yeah, but we look like Tiger and Charlie off the tee.
That would have
For
been
a
nice.
little bit,
Yeah,
yeah.
little fist bump.
So I love playing golf with my son. He's really, really good until about hole 9 where he's like, "Dad, I want to go home." And I'm like, "I've already paid for 18, so suck it
Yeah,
up."
you're staying.
Sounds
Yeah,
like
you're
me,
staying.
actually, with
Yeah.
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you get Rio into sport?
He swung a golf club at 2.
Yep.
Kicked a soccer ball at 2. Football at 2. But the problem is,
That was a very
he's
quick
real-
correction.
because I was waiting for your reaction. He swings a bat really well, swings a golf club really well, swings a tennis racket really well. The thing is with my son is that he really wants to play football. He loves it.
Yep.
He's always getting me to coach him in the backyard and stuff. But where I can see his future going, if I had crystal ball right now, golf.
Well, we're looking forward to seeing Rio Nabbout on Tomorrow Golf League in the future.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
let's
TMRW.
go.
Yeah. Andy Nabbout, thanks for talking a bit of bullshit with us.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.